What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Baroshmo. Just in case you did not know so, pardon me, the throat tickles a little bit today, so might have to keep it down. I might have to keep sipping my drink, so my apologies. Anyway, fantasy football, it's coming. Do you feel it? Because it's coming. So let's take a look at my top tight ends and when you should get them in this year's fantasy football 2019, baby. So anyway, at number one, I got Travis Kelce. I mean, of course he's number one. I think he's a consensus number one for everybody. I got a third round grade on him, and that, you know what, let's go ahead. I think that goes the same for, this is 2A and 2B, Zach Ertz and George Kittle. I have third round grades on them. I would take them mid to late third round just because it's the tight end position, you know. I'm not used to drafting tight ends to even looking at them until maybe like the 6th or 7th round. But these guys are different. These guys get targets, they get receptions. I mean, dude, Zach Ertz and Kittle, they went off last year. Kittle, I got I think in the 9th round last year. Man, what a steal. But these guys, people are gonna reach on these guys. Not necessarily reach, but they won't last until the maybe if you're lucky, they'll be there in the early 4th. But they're worth getting. They're almost like a receiver one. So it's well worth the value to get them there in the 3rd round. Next, I got a couple of 5th round gets. I got at number 4, I got Hunter Henry, and then I got Evan Ingram. Hunter Henry, coming off injury. He played a little bit in the postseason last year because he had that injury early in the spring, I believe. He's back. He's healthy. If he could kind of take on that role that Antonio Gates had in the past, he's going to be very productive. I wouldn't go anything earlier than a 5th. That's just me. Evan Ingram. Now that Odell Beckham's out of town, I think Ingram's going to see an uptick. And this is what I mean. In 5 games last year when Odell didn't play, Ingram averaged at least 5 receptions with 70 or more yards per game. The big-bodied guy sees a lot of red zone targets from Eli. I don't think the Giants are going to see a lot of red zone opportunities this year. That's just me. And probably everyone else in the country. But I think there's a lot of value to be had. It's a bit, I think, 5th, maybe 6th, just because, again, this is a little bit of a gamble, but I think it's a gamble worth investing in it because the numbers speak. So next, I got a couple of 6th rounders. I got Eric Ebron. If he can produce like he did last year, boy, you're in for a quality year. But there were a couple of games where he was literally a non-factor. So that's why I have him this far down on the list. And the same goes for David Njoku. I owned David Njoku last year, and yeah, he had like, I think, a 3 or 4 week period where it was like, wow, man, just 5 receptions, touchdown. 5 receptions, touchdown. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's going off. Amazing. And then just no targets. Not even a target? What happened to Njoku? So that's my only thing. That's why I have them here in the 6th round. They are, though, for sure starters. Next, I got OJ Howard from Tampa. I don't know how I'd like to see him take a big step this year. Again, I don't know with the usage. That's why I have a 7th round pick on him. I don't know. He's going to be splitting with, what is it, Cameron Brate? I believe it's Cameron Brate. Let me check real quick. Cameron Brate. They're going to run a little bit of that 2 tight end. I just don't have a lot of confidence in OJ Howard producing at a high level. I think he will. He will be a quality starter, though. Then Delanie Walker, coming off the injury. I'm kind of with Delanie Walker. It's like a wait and see. He's also way up there in age, so why I have him down here. He's been one of the best, better tight ends of this last 10 years. So I mean, dude's had a great career. But again, age catches up. Time catches up to us all. So that's why I have him no earlier than 7th round. Then at 10, I got Chris Herndon. the 5th, I believe. I don't know my Roman numerals. But yeah, I got him 8th round. He's a quality starter. He produced well last year, just not fantastic. So 8th round, if you don't have a starting tight end yet, I would highly suggest this is one you should get. Then we have Jared Cook. Again, tight ends haven't really produced. They've been very inconsistent in that New Orleans offense. So again, caution, warning label. But Jared Cook, he had a really good season last year, so I expect him to have a decent one. Quality starter, 8th round. Then I got a couple of rookies. I got TJ Hawkinson, Noah Fant. Got him as 8th round only just because, again, we don't have a sample size to base this on last year. So I would be cautionary. I would definitely get, I would definitely double dip at tight end then, whether it be the next round or the round after that. Just be sure I have some solid starter, some resemblance of a starter. But I think these guys, they're going to do very, very well. Then I got Trey Burton, excuse me, out of Chicago. Again, he had some really good games, and then he was just non-factors in some games. 8th round, seems about right. Next, I got Austin Hooper. Not going to blow you out the water. He had that one, I think it was the season opener. He had like 5 receptions for 120 some yards and like a touchdown or 2. Didn't see any type of production like that for the rest of the year. But he's athletic. He'll be fighting for targets in that Atlanta offense. But again, quality starter. The next I got 9th round, by the way. Austin Seraphine-Jenkins. He's coming in. There's no Gronk. He's honestly the only other tight end on the roster. So it's not the only other tight end on the roster, but he's the only one that looks like he'll actually be able to, he'll have some sort of production. He won't have Gronk production, but 8th round I think is worth the risk. Jordan Reed, injuries, man. Dude's always hurt. Jordan Reed, he can produce, but just never does. Just because he's always hurt. If he could stay healthy, this could be honestly a steal. Next, I got Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen's coming off a few injury-prone seasons, so excuse me, 9th round. That's about right. If you're gonna risk it, if he can stay healthy this whole year, he can be a solid starter. Next, I got Irv Smith Jr. I think you might have to wait on this. This guy shouldn't be your starter. Might have to wait on him for a little bit. 10th round sounds good. I think slowly he'll be incorporated into that offense. I know how much Kirk Cousins, he loves his tight ends. So I would grab him and kind of wait and see. And then 20, I got Jason Witten. You could also put Kyle Rudolph from Minnesota here. 11th round gets. Jason Witten, man, he out of retirement. Not going to be the Jason Witten of old, so don't expect that. You shouldn't. And then Kyle Rudolph, he's kind of in the waning years of his career. That's why I have Irv Smith Jr. higher. But yeah, solid backup. But anyway, that's it for me today. Hopefully you found this informational, and hopefully I could help you on your fantasy journey championship. Anyway, till next time, be easy, my friends. Later.